Hi, I'm Jeff Merrill from JMYS, and I am going to be doing a top view tour of the motor sailor, the Nordhavn 56, known as NordSail One. She was the very first Nordhavn 56 motor sailor built. The footage we have here is footage we shot when we had the boat listed previously. Don't have time to go do a new tour, so we're using footage that we haven't used before to try to give you a sense of the boat. There are several other videos that I've done about the motor sailor. Here's a shot of her on starboard tack sailing in San Diego. She is located in San Diego right now where she's listed for sale. This model has the forward cockpit, so I'm in the sailing cockpit here, forward of the pilot house. I've got a very easy helm. You can see how light the touch is, and then I have various lines, and there's a teak grate down in there, comfortable seating area all the way around. You've got your engine controls up on that pod. The binnacle includes a compass. You're seeing the cruising spinnaker down there on the left part of the screen. This boat is set up for long-range cruising. Get a different view of the head sail, and you can see that it's a pretty high cut, so you can see underneath that. Very good visibility. In the back, you have a good-sized cockpit area with teak around. The winches there are for the cruising spinnaker and the blocks back aft, hawse pipes, a little console with a barbecue there, a Lazarette access down below, life sling, emergency tiller, a door that takes you down to the swim platform. If you want to go swimming or diving, there's some storage lockers. That port aft one has a propane tank in it, magma barbecue, and this is a good sized cockpit. From here, you can enter into the salon, and the salon has windows on the top and the bottom of the door. Looking back from the foredeck, you see that the dinghy is kept up on top of the pilot house, and we actually use the boom with some electric winches to launch and retrieve the dinghy. Big solid boom vang, and it's a full batten mainsail, so that comes down into the leisure furl boom and makes it easier to stow. There's those two windows in the door I was talking about. This is all beautiful varnished teak. There is a settee on the starboard side with the dining table, windows, great visibility from in here, some handrails around, and now we're looking up forward at the dash area. Stid helm chair, stainless steel destroyer wheel, and all the electronics and instruments that you would need. You can go out on either side through a Dutch door with a very high sill. This is a sailboat with a lot of the Nordhavn features. A lot of the things that Nordhavn's been doing on their trawlers has now been translated over to this trawler sailors, what I like to call them. The motor sailors are really trawler sailors. This is an excellent sailing boat, and it also has all of the power plant with the Lugger main engine that you would have on a Nordhavn. Flat screen TV on a lift. There's a view looking aft of the salon area. So this entry level is all salon and pilot house, and gives you a great visibility all the way around. Big screen for the chart plotter, VHF radios, different screens with displays for GPS and chart plotters and radar and compass. There's some little wing vents on the outboard windows to give you a little more air circulation coming in. Some of the electronics have changed over time, but this gives you a pretty good feel of what's on board and what kind of equipment is there. The red and green buttons on the left there are the pitch adjustments for the Hundestead variable pitch propeller, which is a really cool feature. You can adjust the pitch on this propeller to balance out your sail plan and make it the performance becomes much more improved. Regular main engine controls, bow and stern thruster on board, autopilots, VHF radios, great communications, great visibility, all of the normal electronics and controls that you would expect to see on any true offshore long-range boat. There's a chart table outboard there on the starboard side with the keypad for the computers. You can see that every space has been used, and it's all been very neatly organized and laid out. Wiper buttons for the windshield. Good visibility here. Up top, here's your main engine control panel. The hours have changed, obviously, in a couple of years. There's also a Murphy gauge, Northern Lights generator, high water bilge alarm, the black water holding tank system, and then fire suppression in both the engine room and the Lazarette. The KVH is no longer supported, so that's a legacy piece of equipment. Get a sense of her actually going underway in almost no wind. She really does handle well. You come down some steps from the pilot house to get to the next level, which has the galley outboard on the starboard side. Forward, you go up to the guest stateroom, and on that way, you also pass the engine room. The galley has a seating area back aft with bench seating on both sides, a comfortable, beautiful teak table. You have opening port lights outboard on the starboard side for a little more air ventilation. This is also an area where you could sleep if you were uncomfortable all the way forward. Granite countertops, lockers with push-button latches. There's a C rail that you could grab, handrail all the way around. Large single basin sink, growy faucet, microwave oven, the 3-burner propane cooktop. There's a view from forward in the galley looking aft, and then a couple of Vitrifrigo refrigerator drawers. From the galley, you then go to the port side, and you can go down to the owner cabin, or you can go forward up to the engine room and the guest cabin. So let's go down into the owner cabin. Island bed, so you have a much more comfortable ride being further aft in the boat. Storage lockers up forward. You can see a big hanging locker back there on the port side. There is storage room underneath the bed as well. Drawers outboard. There's a printer, television. It's teak and spruce flooring, opening port lights, good headroom in here, good lighting in here. Very comfortable place to sleep. The owner cabin bed is oriented fore aft, so you have a good place to sleep. It feels natural. Here is back on the aft port corner. Looking forward, there's a little desk area there to port, and to starboard you have more storage, bookshelves, lockers. You go up a couple steps to get to the head. Toilet is right there. It's an athwartship toilet. Again, another opening port light. And then you have a sink with a medicine cabinet above that's mirrored. From this head, you also have access to the shower. And from the shower, you have access back through to the Lazarette. That's what this door does. So good, comfortable shower, large size, opening port light, non-skid bottom flooring on it. It's really a very well set up boat, and you have a bifold door there. Underway, a little more wind now without the head sail, just charging along. You can see Point Loma in the background and get a better feel for what the boat looks like. Here is a access door that lets you into the Lazarette. So we just came through the shower and we've come into the Lazarette where we have battery select switches, fuses, all right there, very well labeled, easy to see. Lifeline batteries have now been replaced with lithium ion, so that's an improvement that was made on the boat since this video footage was originally shot. She's U.S. Coast Guard documented, built in Taiwan, Northern Lights generator over on the port side, fire suppression system, great rudder steering system with an emergency tiller, lots of access for manifolds and valves and breakers, easy to get around. The air conditioning compressors are back here. Again, the chargers and the batteries have changed. 2 autopilots. There's the tiller arm. And then you have the exhaust. Autopilot pump back there. Fire suppression system forward. That's the emergency tiller, those big stainless steel pipes up there. And you have a ladder that you can come down from the cockpit. So that's the door that leads to the shower. Now we're coming back into the head, looking back aft at the door that led us into the Lazarette. Just kind of backing right out of that same area where we were. Another view of the owner cabin bed. Little trim above the bed, a little nice feature there, more elegant. Flat screen TV to port, the desk to port with a mirror. and hanging lockers here. They actually conceal sight glasses for the fuel tanks as well. And you would then go up a couple of steps to get back to that mid-level. Here we again go down the hallway to port to get to the electrical panel and breakers. Here we're on the port side. There is a concealed clothes washer and dryer behind those locker doors. As you move forward, there's one little step up there, but you also have access to the engine room. The engine room has a beautiful gasketed door with a window in it so you can see. Here's the mast coming down. It's a keel step mast. You can see the fire suppression bottle and then the Lugger main engine with the huge exhaust system by sound down. Access to the Raycor fuel filters, access to your fuel manifolds. This is a very easy engine room to get around, and I think you would have to be on a much larger, maybe 100-foot sailboat or more to have that kind of space in the engine room. Coming all the way forward, we arrive at the VIP guest stateroom, another island berth arrangement, opening port lights outboard on both sides, good lighting. It's a very comfortable and large bed. The engine room would be right behind that. The hallways along that port side, you can see the electrical panel right there. Big hanging locker, comfortable bed, again aligned fore and aft. Storage outboard on the port side, and then forward is a flat screen television, as well as on the port side, you have access up to the separate private head and shower on this boat. The same granite finish up here with the single basin sink, towel racks, mirrored medicine cabinet, and you have a good sized shower up here with the little storage locker in there too for keeping shampoo or whatever you want to have in there for getting cleaned up. There's the freshwater Tecma toilet. There are two heads on board the boat, one up forward here for the guest and one back aft for the owner cabin. Very good, roomy boat, easy to get around in, and you have the privacy of space. There's a big distance between the owner cabin and the guest cabin. Working back, you see the electrical panel there. Now we're back in the pilot house. We're going to go out on deck, and we're exiting on the port side. Good stainless steel railing up very high. You see that your Genoa tracks are outboard. You have the hatches that would get, this is the hallway we were just walking in right along here that separates the side deck from the cockpit. The stanchions are up high and they have a stainless rail over the top. The chain plates are set inside, so you have the ability to walk around easy on deck. These are the hatches over the forward cabin and shower. The very forward one is a sail locker. So down here you can store your sails. You have a little ladder to go down there, and also access that forward door, the one on the right side, will take you up to the chain locker. So this is a great collection area, kind of your garage on your sailboat for extra lines, extra sails, and keeps them safe, secure, and out of the way, but also easily accessed. The classic Nordhavn vertical windlass, the roller furling head sail, which is unique for a Nordhavn. It's a part of a sailboat. Give you an idea of the space on this deck, the size. Clearly you can get around on either side very easily. The Dorade vents right there for air scoops for the staterooms have the granny bars with the stainless steel rails around them, some halyards attached there. And then you look back aft into this forward sailing cockpit where I was sailing her earlier. You can see that you have very comfortable seating all the way around. You see the windows for the pilot house and the open door on the starboard side. Come back to the primary winches here for adjusting your Genoa special rail here, making it easy to get around. These are Dutch doors that you see, and then here's a good shot looking across the pilot house from the starboard side to see the helm chair, all the electronics, and get a good feel for all your controls are here for operating the boat. In inclement weather, you're going to be driving the boat inside, probably even at night. But when it's a beautiful day and you've got a nice breeze, that forward cockpit really makes it nice. So, great sailing boat, really fun to get aboard. We do have her available to see by appointment in San Diego If you'd like to get on board, you could please send me a text or call me. It's Jeff Merrill, 949-355-4950, or you can send an email to jeff@jmys.com. We won't be able to go for a sail, but we will be able to get you on board so you can see in person all of this great features, how well this boat is set up, how beautifully she's been maintained, and then you can decide if you want to head out of San Diego Bay and go off cruising around the world yourself, up and down the coast, back down to Mexico. These are original owners who have the boat. They've had a great time on board. Time to move on, and we're looking for somebody else to take the helm. So thank you for your time today. Thanks for doing this Talk View tour with me. I look forward to hearing from you if you would like to know more, and we have all the information on the website, jmys.com. Hey, great to be underway again, out on the water. Love it out here. Thank you very much for watching the video. We have a couple of things you can do. One thing is you can click the bell to get a reminder when we post the next video. We love it when you give us those thumbs up. And then you can subscribe by clicking the button below. Once you've seen a couple videos, you might also want to check out some of the other ones, so you can click on one of these videos on the side. Thanks. We hope to have you come back here soon, and we'll be putting up more content shortly.